Okay, good morning, everyone. So much love to you. So I am live now on the Board and Author Speaker Healer page. It was working fine a few minutes ago, so let me just make sure all is functioning well. So if you are seeing this, can you let me know that this is audible and you can hear me well? Because I wanted to address something that took place and want to be sure you are here. It's being recorded on my YouTube. So let's see. So I'm just waiting for a few people to come on. There is Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Can you tell me if the audio is coming in well, sweetheart? Can you see me well and can you hear well? Hi, Demetrius. There you are. So much love. So is the sound coming in well? Can you all hear? Just want to be sure that's coming because I wanted to address something just as usual. Whenever anything takes place in my life, I like to bring the higher wisdom into it. So if you are watching this, can you just make a comment? Let me know if the audio is coming in well, if the sound is well before I begin saying it. Thank you so much for those of you that are joining. Let me know where you're joining from. Hi, Valerie. Thank you so much for joining. Just give a little hello and let us know where you're joining from. So, I wanted to address something very important that ties into what my younger son taught me a few years ago, that ties into a place a few days ago with one of the clients, not clients, one of the actually fans on this Facebook page, this beautiful person that's been around for quite a while. And anyway, so hi, Tanya, thanks for joining. So I just as anything, whatever I go through in life, I like to take the wisdom that has been brought forward and use this vehicle to shine light on it and bring it into awareness and allow it to be that higher guidance that has now been literally brought forth. So I wanted to share this with you all. So last week, Michael and I started our Ascension Alchemist adventures, and this was something that's been guided. As you know, we posted our first video going somewhere and videotaping, and it happened to be the toy store, and getting a toy, going through the toy aisle, and allowing that nourishment of the inner child really take place, and the importance of the inner child to just fully be embraced, and for 2020 being a focus of a lot more play with the inner child. So our Wednesdays is dedicated to this playtime. So those of you that were able to see the video, you saw we posted a video of 20 minutes or so going through this. Hi, Irina. Hi, Michael. That we went through aisle to aisle, picked up a whole bunch of different toys, took a bunch of pictures, and really talked about it. And so you could really feel and see the excitement of that little part of ourselves, like the little kindergarten or first grader, really coming out. And then posted a picture. So what was so interesting was between Instagram and as well as the Facebook page on here, as well as our Ascension Alchemist, there was so much outpouring of joy and celebration, and people just really feeling lifted. And at the same time, I had one individual fan she's so beautiful. She's been following us for a while, always commenting, making beautiful comments. Yet she was so triggered. She, by the picture of Michael holding the Nerf gun and me and another kind of Nerf gun. Hi, Christina. And she was so mad. So she started blasting the page with a lot of her just, like, oh no, honey, I see you and Michael, you are supposed to be spiritual, and you are not supporting the innocence of the children. And there was a lot of hurt and pain in what she was sharing. So I actually deleted all the comments, and I sent her a loving voice message, just so much love and gratitude from my heart. And I removed it because the energy of what we were bringing forward was absolutely not being seen. It's like there's this whole ginormous energy of the inner child that we are giving power to, we're giving attention to, that we're giving the joy and celebration to. And here's somebody who's so triggered, so triggered, and her attention is only being focused to the Nerf gun and its violence. And so she was pulled into so much dark of this violence versus this ginormous uh, presence that was also here. And I really wanted to address this because I really felt in her shoe. I know that shoe so well. And I wanted to share this from what one of my younger son had taught me a few years ago. So I want to share this because I'm hoping she watches it. And I told her that I'll be doing a video on this. Oh, this hair of mine. Let me put it down. Okay. So being so sensitive, being so dedicated to Gaia, being so part of non-violence energy, I I've been so against guns, anything to do with guns, and particularly growing up where there was a lot of gun energy. I've been so sensitive to this, and also I had been, and very, I really coming from a lot of PTSD over the years. So when my son started playing, for years they were absolutely. I was very militant about no gun toys, nothing had anything to do with that. They were not allowed to have in the house. And I was very strict, as well as, like I said, I myself was very militant about it. So, when if they were invited somewhere that had guns, I was absolutely like not welcoming it in any way. Any toy guns, I didn't want to see things that had violence in it. And of course it's everywhere, but I was just so hurt by it, and I just didn't want my energy to support it. So it took a while. The kids wanted to go to, like, let's say, laser tag. I wouldn't allow them. I really just didn't allow a lot for quite a while, until finally my younger son said something to me, and it was beautiful. He said to me, he was much younger. He said, Mommy, I know how much guns hurt you as a child. He's like, but Mommy, I'm not going to use the guns in that way. These are just play guns. We're not going to do those things. And he said to me the other thing, and I was like, no, but you're still supporting violence. This had to do with video games. I fought with them. I would cry, you're supporting violence. These are programs that are brainwashing you. And I wanted to protect them so much. And it brought so much suffering for them to play any video game, anything that had to do with violence and anything to do with guns. And my younger son said to me, Mommy, you are taking the joy with me as a child away because you want to protect me. And I really sat with that. I remember the words that were so deep. At that age, he must have been like 7 or 8 saying this to me. And I was like, no, I'm doing the right thing. I'm a mother. I need to protect you. I don't want your energy going to the violent. Violent has caused hurt. Violent caused so much hurt in my childhood. And he's like, Mommy, you keep bringing your childhood, but my childhood is different than your childhood. And he's like 8 years old or something telling me this. He said, Mommy, I'm just being a kid having a good time. I'm not going to go kill people. That's not my future. And I remember this hit me so hard. And I just cried and cried. I said, my God, what am I doing? I'm putting the very thing that I don't want, I'm putting all into it because I want to protect my children. I am coming with such negativity, robbing their joy, robbing their play, in the idea of this Nerf gun. and just taking it totally away. And whoever wanted to tell me to just relax back, I didn't even want to hear it because I was so adamant. No, this is creating violence and violence. The video games are violence. They're brainwashing you. And I was just so angry and mad until my younger son shook me a little bit out of this. And I really had to catch myself. I was like, wow, I am retracting all my energy because of what I experienced with guns, what I experienced in war, what I saw guns being pointed at us, and all kinds of things. And I was literally directing that trigger energy in wanting to control and dominate my children in their play and what have you. And that was a big healing for me because I had to catch myself, because things are here and you can use it as innocent and play, or really focus all the energy in making it just so tremendously um, come from such a hurt and triggered place. So I'm sharing this because this beautiful being that was so upset, I could feel the pain in her shoe. I have been there. I know that very much. And I'm also on the other side of it. Here it is at Innocent. Michael and I wanting to play, and it's not the Nerf gun, it's all kinds of toys we're playing. There are all kinds of toys we're touching. And it's the energy of just fun and joy and playfulness without causing harm to anybody. Like, I love playing tag. I love laser tag. It's so much fun bringing the joy out. And I wanted to address this because if you don't catch ourselves, we're going to continue to come from that place of the trigger. And if our focus is on being fully connected to our heart, to the power of our love, divine love, we're not going to do harm. We're not going to cause harm. And if we touch a Nerf gun, we're not going to be co-creating an energy of more violence with this, because we're coming from a very responsible way of focus energy of the joy and the fun and the innocence and the play. So I really wanted to bring this out because it gave me also another vehicle to share this live stream with you and to really bring it out how important it is. If you don't like, for example, something that I'm sharing, I really value that. Message me directly. If you want to blast it from all your triggers, that I will remove it, especially if the energy is not coming from a place of what we're bringing into the picture. Michael and I were really focused on this innocence and the play of the inner child. And if the energy is being retracted to a trigger and dark place, which again I understand, but I've had to move out of it thanks to my younger son that helped me shake out of that consciousness and not be retracted to one, not, you know, and lose sight of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is joy and fun, innocence, play, and I wanted to really share this because if I see that, I will remove it. But I also wanted to value what she was bringing forward and also what is also here. If you want to address a change, right? And if you're coming still from that same energy of frustration, aggravation, we're never going to create a full change and transformation. But if you are coming from its love and that joy and beauty and the blessings, that's when we're able to change its energy. So I wanted to just leave this out. I can't see at all your comments here. It's not letting me. So if you made comments, my apologies. That doesn't let me see it. I know several of you are watching at the same time, so I look forward to hearing your comments here. My point here, I'm not here to support violence at all. This Wednesdays, we're going to have various different ways that Michael and I are going to be exploring our inner child, and maybe a little bit of teenager, and just that part of ourselves is mostly inner child and the play and it's innocent. It's all kinds of ways as well. And I invite you to see it through that lens, through that bigger picture. I am not here to support guns and violence, all of that. That energy is already here, and there is what she's saying is correct. I'm not saying it's incorrect. I know how important that was for me. It was like a prison with my children ever touching anything to do with guns. But that energy was much more feeding anger, sadness, frustration, triggering me. And once I was able to move out of that, I was able to allow their room, natural room, to play and have fun, enjoy. And they're not here to hurt anybody. And so they have a full awareness of the distinction too. So I really wanted to share this. And again, this sacred being that brought it, I'm so grateful to her. So grateful it gave the opportunity to open this discussion. And I'd love to hear how you feel. And if you're a parent, how are you dealing with that? I know being in this place, being able to talk to both of my sons, there's so much in-depth conversation we have about violence, guns. Like some of you know that my younger son, two of his friends a year apart, March, were murdered. So we know about the energy of guns and the violence of it, the tremendous violence of it. And I want to know, guns do not, guns, yes, it's been created by a lot of this other energy. Absolutely, fully aware of that. But we also have the choice to give it the energy that it is only here to hurt and destroy and destruct. Underneath it, I still go back. Yes, it is. That's what my heart was. That's why I didn't want my kids to play in the first place. But where was my own energy? My own energy was coming from, I wanted to control this so much because I didn't want violence at all. But I was coming from being so mad, so frustrated, so much trigger energy. And that's what I had to heal, come out of, thanks to my son reminding me how I'm addressing this and to open the space up so that I can address it very differently and be able to hold a Nerf gun in my hand and the joy of it, or even water gun, like, and have fun with it and not allow it to dominate my consciousness that I am taking an action of violence. So I really wanted to share this and look forward in hearing from you because I can't see um, any of your let's see, comments here. But hold on a minute, maybe I can see it through here just so we can have a little interaction here. Let's see if I go on my uh, so I see it here. Okay, so some of you, okay, I can see it through here. Let's see what you are saying. Christina. Yeah, so Tanya, you're saying Nerf guns is so much fun. It is totally. Mary Torres, thank you. So Patty's saying, I didn't like toy guns either except for water ones. My twins are 5 and they haven't really been interested into it. Thanks for sharing this. Thank you so much. Irina says, it's true. It's our choice to experience all kinds of childhood to give our kids different. That's very true. So thank you for sharing your perspective here. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry this is not working very well. So I can't read the rest of it. Anyway, so I wanted to share this because everything that happens in my life, I bring it into perspective, and I feel Facebook is an amazing place where we can just come together and share. And thank you for what you have shared. I really love like laser tag and and Nerf guns. It's just been so much fun, so much fun. I should share this with you too at some point with my younger sons. We were able to have so I completely said I will never play Nerf gun, anything like that, till my sons invited me. And that was the biggest part of the healing coming from war, taking that energy that was so hurtful in me And when I started playing with them, I remember they handed me one of the Nerf guns to play. And I was like, I don't want to, I don't want to. And I started then, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and do this with both of my sons. And we had so much fun. And that energy was able to be transformed in me. And it was very healing. So that was my experience. And that's what I wanted to share with you. And I see a couple of people having angry, angry things showing. I don't know what that is. But anyway, so just wanted to share that. Sending you all so much love. Thank you for watching, as these are all life experiences, and we're here to share it with each other and explore it possibilities. And today being a galactic gateway portal day, it's amazing. It's another wormhole. It's so powerful, this portal of light. I'm so looking forward to the free silent meditation tonight, 8 to 8:30 p.m. Facebook has blocked me on the Ascension Alchemist page, but on Michael's page is available. I posted the event link. Please blast it everywhere. Let's get together this 8 to 8:30 and sit in this global amazing energy, and looking very much forward in being with all of you tonight. It's a powerful, powerful day of love. We'll blast the Nerf guns with love too. So much love to you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here.